We are live.
We're live.
We're live. Wouldn't it be, you know, it would be really cool if we had a TV behind these cameras where we could see ourselves in the cameras, and then like there'd be 3 cameras, and the 4th box would be like our audio levels.
You know what else would be pretty cool?
What's that?
If we had like a whole staff and Karen actually came to work and she, did all of the technical stuff that we pay her to do.
So we didn't even have to worry about this at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we kind of have like a little Joe Rogan style podcast,
I don't like the guy. Can I be honest with you? I don't like him. You want to know why?
Why?
Because he makes way more money than I do.
Let me tell That's why you don't like him?
Yeah. It kind of pisses me off, right? Spotify gave him $200 million.
Uh-huh.
And what does he do? Make a great podcast with interesting guests?
He does.
What's it to you?
Well, it's just interesting. It's really engaging, and they provide value too, because like you learn stuff that you didn't know beforehand, and that's always pretty interesting. And then he's kind of funny too, keeps you engaged on the edge of your seat. And they have good values. They have sponsors too. It's really cool. They have pretty cool sponsors.
Okay, that's your favorite part of the sponsors.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they're probably raking in cash for those, I bet.
I bet so.
You think they have to pay their guests?
No.
Okay. Seems like some guests might request money. Like if someone, let's say they're in the news, let's say like maybe Elon Musk, he's like been in the news a lot, and they ask him to come on, and he's like, I don't know if I really want to do your podcast. Maybe if you toss me $100K, which he's a billionaire. I don't think he would ask for that. But maybe a lesser celebrity that maybe hasn't been in a movie for a while, they might be like, yeah, toss me $100K and I'll come on. Do you think they're paying that?
I would think not. I would think if you ask like a lesser celebrity or that's not super well known, really any celebrity, they come on and in the nature of coming on, they are promoting themselves and like what they're in.
Yeah.
So it like they scratch each other's back in that sense.
Yeah.
That was close.
Yeah. I guess with a show like that, there is a lot of publicity. It's basically like going on a talk show. You don't get paid for going on a talk show.
Have you been on one before? Or you speaking from experience, or you just
I'm not speaking
reading
from
between the
experience.
lines? Okay,
you're right. That was a guess.
Okay.
I don't know that for a fact, but they go on there, they get exposure, and they promote whatever they're working on. Like every single time without fail, there's not something not to promote at the end. They're like, oh yeah, I just came up with this new album. And, Jimmy Fallon holds it up there and he's like, here's the album.
Speaking of that, would you rather host a podcast or a talk show?
Wait. That's a good question. I guess a talk show, because a talk show is basically like a very evolved podcast with a lot of employees, and it's on TV already, which implies it's already successful. Where a podcast can be a range of things. It can be this or it can be Joe Rogan.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to say we're not making $200 million on Spotify.
Well, not yet, right?
Not yet. But a talk show, like I said, it already implies that you have that base of millions of dollars coming in. You got network money. CBS is paying you handsomely.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of would you rather,
that's today's episode theme. Who are we?
I'm Connor.
And I'm Preston.
Oh, you're pointing at me.
It was a silent cue.
Okay. And I wasn't asking you.
And this is a show where we go online, we find questions that haven't been answered, and we give them an answer. This week's theme, as we said, is Would You Rather.
Boom.
Start the intro? Yeah. Roll it, baby. Tony Stark built this in a cave with scrap.
What's up, ladies? I can't believe they let us have phones in prison.
Oh, sir, I'm no Tony Stark.
Welcome back, huh? It is it's Sunday currently.
Sunday morning.
Sunday. I like shooting the date out every now and then. It is April the 30th today.
Okay.
April the 30th, Sunday. Sunday morning.
2023.
2023. Yes, 2023, and we're still kicking. We're still kicking in here.
You ever notice how it doesn't seem like it means anything when you announce a date during the day, but whenever you hear someone announce a date and it's like a recording, it seems ancient.
Yep.
Even if it's not that old.
Yep.
Like you'll listen to this like 3 weeks from now and you'll be like, wow, we were kicking it and alive in April. That's crazy.
We were kids back then.
Yeah. And we know so much more now. We're idiots. I can't believe we said that thing about the $200 million deal and then we got it.
Precisely. So would you rather? Now, what inspired this theme today?
It inspired the theme because I came up with a would you rather because I was outside. I was outside yesterday. It's springtime. Everything's getting green, but it was a super gray day. And I was like, I'm still really happy about today because everything's green. I like it when the trees are living, the grass is growing, the flowers are up, even if it's crappy outside. I like that much better than a sunny winter day. So that's a would you rather I came up with. And I think you were on board.
And then it kind of inspired me.
Yeah.
We kind of inspired each other. We kind of scratched each other's
Scratch each other's back a little bit.
kneecaps.
Yeah, well, whatever you can reach.
Sure.
So yeah, that's the theme. They're going to be a little bit quicker questions, a little bit of popcorn going on today, but I think they're going to be interesting. Audience participation, right? Engagement.
I think so. If y'all want to just post in the comments, right? We read those. Well, you read them.
Yeah, I read them. Specifically on our Instagram at I Wasn't Asking You. You can comment on there. You can send us a DM if you want. You can slide right in.
Wow.
Right? Somebody's going to answer that.
Yeah.
And that somebody's me. So if you want to talk to me directly, that's I'm kind of running low on people to talk to, and so it kind of probably cheer me up. Saturday night I'm sitting at home laying in bed, and it's 9 p.m. but I don't have anything else to do but sleep. So if I pop on Instagram and boop, there's a notification. Bam! I get a little bit of a dopamine rush to hit in the veins. So that'd be exciting.
Well, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of nice, would you rather be a dragon or own your own dragon?
So we look up questions at the same time on the same website. And I saw this question and I started laughing when I read it, and I didn't tell Connor because I wanted to make it a surprise on the podcast, but it sounds like he found the same one. I think, would I rather be a dragon or own a dragon?
Yeah.
I kind of like being a person. I don't think I can play RuneScape as a dragon, so I'll own a dragon. Is it trained?
No, this is an untrained. This is
so
just a wild dragon.
I don't even own it then. It's just a dragon of the world at that point. Because I don't have a cage for it.
Yeah, no, you would buy it from some dragon breeder.
Is this assuming it's like in captivity? I have like a place to store the dragon. It's just not trained.
It comes
yet.
with its own cage.
It comes with a cage.
But that's it.
I don't have a place to put a dragon cage.
Oh, you'd have to clear space for it.
Okay, I'd have to clear out the office or something. I would definitely own one. I don't know what I would do with it. Probably sell it to the highest bidder. And then if they have to take them apart for scientific experiments, whatever,
you just pawn them off, huh?
I'll pawn them off.
Wow.
I'll make a bag.
That's so sad.
Kind of. I don't know what else I would do with him. I'm not going to protect him. I don't care about dragon
He
rights.
doesn't need protection. He's going to protect himself.
Yeah.
He's a
a
dragon.
killing machine. It's not up to me. I'm just still going to get some coin in my pocket for it.
I would definitely have a dragon as a pet too, but I would raise him as my own.
Okay.
I wouldn't pawn him off to the highest bidder. Just call me old fashioned, but I'm just not into the, money comes and goes. It's the relationships that matter to me.
So you're going to build a relationship with this wild dragon. What if he just bursts you into flames the second you step in the cage?
He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that.
How are you so sure? You think dragons have empathy?
One, confidence. I would imagine dragons, they're submissive to the alpha. And you just got to present like an alpha. You got to present yourself like the alpha. That's step one.
Well, you're like 1/64th his size. On a good day. Soaking wet.
Okay, well then I'd probably get a pump in before. Okay, probably get a little check. Probably full body workout.
Now you're 1/63rd his size.
Yes, that's better.
Okay. You're getting up there.
And then, what else would I do? I'd probably wear some protection just in case, things go south. Probably put some shin guards on, maybe a helmet, even though I'm a bad boy, slap a helmet on, right?
In this case. In this one case, yeah. The ladies will understand.
Just to have it just in case, things don't go my favor. And then just repetitions, right? I would feed him meat every day and kind of get him to associate food with me, like a little treat with me.
Okay, then he sees you and he sees food.
No. No. He would grow to be fond of me by feeding him these little treats every day. And then one day I opened his crate and he, instead of biting my hands off, he would just come and sit.
Okay.
And you know what I would do? I'd send him to obedience school.
That worked so well the first time.
That's what I would do.
I think you're onto something. That's how like people have lions as pets. But then they're like, oh yeah, this lion's been in our family for 32 years. We let the kids play with them. And one day, boom, that lion snaps.
Kids are gone.
He goes back to his natural instinct and he bites your hands off.
Then what happens?
And then he goes straight for the lungs. You're toast, is my point.
That doesn't sound great.
So I think, this dragon might not bite you right off rip. He sees you as, you're feeding him all the time. You're best buds.
Yeah.
But also, you let him out the cage. He takes off in flight. You never see him again.
That'd be really sad too, because I dropped, $2,000 on him for obedience school.
Yeah.
Wash that down the drain.
That's how much you spent on obedience school. Yeah. Wow. That's tough to hear. Well, okay, let's entertain the idea of becoming a dragon.
Okay.
Advantages?
Flight?
For a little bit before the scientists capture you.
Okay. You could also fly if you had a pet dragon though too.
That's true.
So I don't know what the difference. Except you'd be in control, I guess, would be the main factor. If you couldn't control your pet dragon.
So the pro is you'll be in control of flight. Con is you can't play RuneScape.
Pro is you can breathe fire.
Con, you can never hug your wife again.
You don't have a wife.
Pro. Next question. What do I got here? I got a whole bunch of them. We got rapid fire these bad boys. If you can't find a spouse who supports your career, would you rather stay single? So I guess it's would you rather have an unsupportive spouse or no spouse at all?
I think no spouse.
Okay, you're riding solo on this one.
I think having an unsupportive spouse would just kind of wear on you, I think, over time.
Well, you don't know the career. He's a scam artist.
Okay, so you're throwing a little caveat in there.
Yeah. I'm just trying to explore all avenues here.
Okay, so then would she support him if he changes careers, or would she not support him no matter what?
He'll switch to anything. He'll switch to he works at Lowe's, and she's like, you know what? It's an entry level, but I support you 100%. You're making your way in your career. You enjoy it. You like working with your hands. So she's real supportive.
So how did this relationship start then? If she knew he was a scam artist, but then she got with him anyway?
Because he got hurt grandma. She was walking down the street, and he sticks out a boot. Oops. Oh. Trips granny. She falls. He's like, uh-oh, I'll help you up. As he helps her up, he slips off her watch. He pockets that. She saw the whole thing go down, and she's trying to counter scam. So she starts going out with him, trying to get that watch back.
Okay.
Now, it's kind of a long con, and she's not supporting him, actually.
She ends up marrying this guy.
Yeah, she falls in love with him. Uh-oh. Still need that watch back.
And still don't like your career. So she is... I don't know if she's a good person either, then, if she's trying to scam him by marrying him. And
yeah, but then she accidentally falls in love with him.
Okay, so it ends up being kind of a love story then.
Yeah, but she still can't support his career. She can't bring herself to do it.
Okay, so she's a good woman. She just doesn't like his choice of career. If he, choose to be... pastor, lawyer, dentist, Lowe's worker, anything besides just earning your keep by the sweat of your brow, right? Honest work,
right? Because she's already a scam artist, and there can't be two in the family.
That's true. That'd be hard to live with, I think.
This could be a book that you're writing. So, Connor was talking about he wants to be an author. That's one of his life goals, is to write a book. And I'm thinking this might have some legs here. So this guy, he steals a grandma's watch, right? They fall in love. She convinces him to give it back to the grandma. Wedding gift, the grandma gives it back.
Uh-oh.
But wait, it's poisoned.
It's poisoned.
It's just a kickoff point.
Okay.
It's not a final draft. It's just
we'll put a pin in that one.
Put a pin in it.
We'll put a pin in it. I got
next
one
question?
here. Yep. Would you rather be able to run 100 miles per hour or fly at 1 mile per hour?
I saw this one too. Definitely the running. I think flying at 1 mile per hour is the lamest thing. You know how slow 1 mile per hour is?
Yeah, I think
it's like 4 times slower than walking. That's like crawling.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, plus flying, I imagine, would be as hard as running.
And you're just going at total speed. I think it would be cool to have like that aerial view because you can probably go. Yeah. You can probably go pretty high, but you just go so slow.
I didn't think about that. It's basically levitating. Is what it is.
But
you just levitate slowly. You ascend.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I would definitely rather do 100 miles per hour though running too.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just be so slow if you're just ascending 1 mile per hour.
Yeah.
You couldn't escape anything. If you're ascending 1 mile an hour, you gotta get out of there quick. Too bad.
Maybe like cockroaches. Like there's cockroaches all over the floor. You just ascend.
Yep.
And they won't get you.
Hopefully
so in that
not.
specific situation, they fly. You know that?
So no, yeah. So you're not getting away from the cockroaches.
No,
then
they probably fly a little bit faster than 1 mile an hour.
Yeah, they definitely do.
At least like 2 or 3.
All right, so both running. Plus, you can knock out an ultra marathon pretty quick then if you're running 100 miles an hour.
You can set some records. Probably get some cash for that.
I bet so.
I know that's our main goal here. I actually did screenshot the dragon one. What would you rather not know?
What would you rather not know?
Yeah.
So out of all the stuff I do know, I gotta choose something that I would.
What would you rather not know out of all those things?
So I can choose to be ignorant
Yes.
in one situation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I choose to be ignorant in anything.
Interesting. It's hard to choose to be ignorant after the fact. But I know that I've said in my life when I hear things, I'm like, I would rather have not known that.
Do you say that just because you feel hurt, or do you actually mean it?
Let's say I'm talking to my buddy on the phone, and he's like, we're just having a normal conversation, chatting away, and he goes, I'm taking a massive dumper right now. And I'll say, I wish I never knew that.
Yeah.
There's an example.
Okay, so I can see how that information wouldn't help you at all.
Yeah.
In knowing that.
Or you go to a restaurant, you have a nice meal, you're like, that was delicious. And the waiter comes over and he's like, I didn't like your attitude, so I spit in your food. You didn't know that. You didn't taste it. But now you know. Kind of ruined your day.
Okay, I think that's actually pretty good examples, actually, of where
Thank
you'd willingly choose to be ignorant.
Yeah.
I was more so thinking like if like there's some truth that comes out and it hurts, but it's good for you to hear.
Yeah. Those suck, but I think they help overall. I was thinking like, oh, what if I didn't know about like a lot of atrocities that happened? That would be nice. Then I was like, well, then I wouldn't. That's kind of like history repeats itself if you don't learn. Not saying I would cause atrocities. Let's back it up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm just saying, as a population of humans, we need to recognize atrocities and therefore not repeat them.
You're trying to backstep here.
I'm backstepping a little bit. I am not, and maybe it's because I've heard about them.
That you don't cause them?
That I don't cause them.
Okay.
I could be a warlord for all we know. I don't know.
Right now?
I'm just saying if I hadn't heard about these atrocities and been like, that's bad, we shouldn't, Stalin wasn't a good guy. We can all agree. Right?
Well.
Are we agreeing on that?
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise, one of us might have become him. And I'm not saying which one.
No, that's interesting. That's a good point. That's an interesting point, too, because really, you could be, if you grew up in their shoes, you can understandably do what they do. Like, in their shoes with all this, I heard this saying, man, I'm butchering it, but essentially, like, if you grew up in someone else's shoes, you would probably do the same thing that they did.
I think you absolutely would.
Yep.
I think there's no other way about it. I believe that you're a summation of your experiences.
I think that's a large factor. I think personality comes into play too, with everyone being born different,
right?
In some situations.
But I think you're pretty much shaped by, I guess, starting with your biology, if you want to say that, but then mostly just by your experiences, how you were raised, what you ate, everything.
And what did you eat?
Ate a lot of chicken and rice and broccoli. I mean, look at me.
Yeah, those the pasta beans last night?
Yeah, pasta beans. I think it's I actually forgot the real name. I did know the real name. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's pasta in kind of a bean shape.
Yeah, it's kind of a rice shape, right?
Grozo.
Should we move on or should we?
I was thinking about calling for the gardener.
That's your choice. We have the door open to the studio right now, so she'll probably hear us.
She probably thinks we're talking about it right now because we stopped being loud.
Yep. Kind of out of nowhere.
Should probably just move on. Hey, Megan. What are pasta beans called? Orzo. I thought I was saying Gorzo, and I was like, that's not right.
Speaking of Orzo, that's the sponsor of the video today, right? Orzo?
I don't even think that's a brand. I think that's a type of noodle. It's like saying spaghetti sponsored the episode. So
That'd be
you kind
great.
of sound like a fool right
That'd
now.
be awesome if Spaghetti sponsored us.
Big spaghetti?
Yeah. Next question. Would you rather be able to copy and paste in real life or undo?
Copy and paste for sure. I mean, obviously, first thought comes to mind is always cash, but undoing, I don't think there's anything. Undoing, I'm trying to think of a good situation. That just sounds like you're trying to undo regrets. But I guess what you could do is you could rob a bank, you get caught, you undo it. You rob a bank, you get caught, you undo it. You rob a bank, you get away with it.
Keep it.
You live for 30 years, then you get caught, undo it.
Yep.
But copy and paste, it seems so much easier.
I think copy and paste would be very nice too. I think both definitely have their perks, but copy and paste would be tough to beat.
What if you like hand make like a really cool product, like a watch, or I don't know, some designer piece of shoe, and you're able to copy and paste that, so like your means of production are unlimited, and you can focus into one thing, make it really cool. Don't have to worry about making a million of them in a factory. You just go boop.
That'd be pretty nice.
Control C, Control V, baby.
Yeah, that'd be very nice.
Yeah.
You can do that with money. You can do that with. I mean, we have 3 cameras in here. You could have 6 cameras in here. You just go crazy. You have 30 cameras in here.
I could copy and paste myself. I send one of me to work, the other one to RuneScape, whatever I want.
That'd be perfect. What if you did a podcast with yourself? Do you think that'd be interesting?
No, because I think I would know what I was going to say, and the conversation would be. Although a lot of people have you listened to a podcast that has just one person on it?
Yes.
But they're not like interviewing themselves usually. It's more like they're talking about some sort of topic, like something that's happening today. It's like giving news usually.
Yep.
Yeah. But if there's 2 of them and they're the same, I don't think that would help.
I don't know. I think it'd be. I think it would help.
I think that makes you a narcissist. You would rather have a podcast with yourself than me.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Straight up.
And I've been doing all the heavy lifting anyway, so.
You really need that undo button.
If I split,
You need that undo button. You better
have,
take this back right
have
now.
myself, then I can split the work that I do behind the scenes and stuff. That'd be super nice.
You don't do any work behind the scenes.
It's just becoming stressful a little bit.
You're stressed.
Yeah, managing all this work behind the scenes and
Okay.
kind of living in the dark, right? And I don't get me wrong, I'm like Batman. I love the dark, but I grew up in the dark. But at the same time, I like seeing the light every now and then. Okay. Sue me.
I might. Next question.
Let's go.
Would you rather be able to detect any lie you hear, or get away with any lie you tell?
I also had this question.
Okay, great.
I think I would rather. I guess.
I think we're gonna have different answers on this one.
I don't
even know what you're gonna say, but I think we're gonna have different answers.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'd rather be able to tell whenever I hear a lie.
Okay. Yep, we do have different answers.
Okay.
I picked the other one. Why do you want to tell every lie you hear? Or that's a confusing phrasing. Why do you want to know when people are lying all the time?
Well, it'd be nice to know the truth. When someone is lying, to know, okay, you're a little fibber, right?
Right.
I know exactly what you're doing. Also, you could go to you could take that to Vegas, and you can make some money off of that.
How do you make money in Vegas off detecting the lies? You think the blackjack dealers are lying to you?
Well, no, maybe like in Texas Hold'em. Can you tell when someone's is bluffing lying?
If they're talking, maybe. If they're like, oh, I got great cards. Sometimes people like to talk at the table.
Yeah.
But if they're just silent, it wouldn't really help you.
I guess not. But yeah, definitely telling when people are lying. I wouldn't like to lie. So that's one reason. And then 2, I like to know the truth too. Knowing the truth is pretty nice. So.
Yeah, I just don't feel like there's a lot of situations where I'm really that deceived. Maybe that's an arrogant statement, but if someone's lying to me, either I can tell or it doesn't matter that much, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like if my boss is like, "Oh, you're doing a great job on that thing," and like the project was a disaster, I'm like, "Well, he's lying, but he's just being nice." I don't need to know. I don't need like a update that's like, this guy is lying to you. And I think the way I took it, if I could get away with any lie I told, I could just be like, I could walk onto a flight and be like, oh, I have a ticket. I just left it at home. And they'd be like, oh, welcome aboard.
Oh, and it was first class.
Yeah. Yeah, it's first class. Oh, I'm supposed to be in first class. And they just instantly believe you. They're like, oh, you're right. It's like that movie where that guy discovers lying. Have you seen that?
No.
Shoot, I forget the title of the movie, but there's this movie where it's a world where people never lie. They don't know how to lie, and they're always brutally honest, and they say like really rude things to each other all the time. And one day, the main character discovers he can lie. He goes to the bank, and he doesn't have enough money in the bank to pay his rent, pay something. And he's like, I need to withdraw $1,000. And they're like, you don't have $1,000. And And he says, yes, I do. And they go, oh, our mistake. Here you go. And they give him the money. And his world's just like shattered. And so he's the only one that can lie. And he starts lying to everybody. And it's a very interesting movie. I should look up the title.
No, I haven't seen that. So I think you could definitely create a lot of value, I guess, out of lying and people believing you. But so if you could tell the truth, you could be like a negotiator or like an interrogator. And that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, it's literally called The Invention of Lying. 2009.
Yeah, the power would be, I don't know, not like getting away with every lie. It's like convincing people that you're telling the truth. Like
people believe everything.
Yeah. That'd be a pretty strong superpower.
Yeah.
Next question.
Next question.
Would you rather get beat up by Batman or Wolverine?
Batman for sure. He doesn't kill anybody. Wolverine, on the other hand, he might take him down and out.
He can take care of some business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an easy one.
Yep, I think so too. Because if his spikes come out, he's gonna be in tough shape.
Oh, and they're out for sure. If he's fighting, you kidding me?
I'm gonna live call real quick, if you don't mind. Hey, Matty Joe.
Hey, guess who I just saw?
Who?
Clarkus.
You saw Clarkus?
Yep, I just ran into him in the hall.
That must have hurt.
Huh?
I said that must have hurt.
You think you're funny?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Forget it. Never mind.
Hey, you're live on air right now.
Oh my god. Please don't put me in. Please don't put me in.
Yeah, you're not going in here. We're not recording yet, but we are live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to say anything?
I don't.
Okay.
I have to go worship the Lord now, so.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have fun.
You should do that too, but.
Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call you after.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
She sounds chipper this morning.
She is chipper.
Better than ever. Next question. This might be the final one.
Okay. I got one more that I want to talk about.
Okay, so at least two more.
Yeah.
And then I got a few more after that.
Okay, great.
This one's a fun one. You might have already picked it too.
I like fun ones.
Would you rather be pissed off or pissed on?
Oh, well, I think the act of getting pissed on would kind of piss me off, frankly.
That's fair enough. Yeah, I feel like there's only a small subset of people that would not be pissed off by being pissed on.
I don't know why there's. Well, we were talking about peeing your pants a little while ago.
We were.
Have you ever peed the bed?
I mean, when I was a little kid, sure.
What if when you were past 13?
No.
Never have.
No.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Are
you hoping to share a moment?
I did once in college.
Interesting.
And what happened was I was tired. I was having just a normal night, and I did the laundry late at night, and I put the sheets and the covers in the dryer, and I got them out instantly, and they were all nice and warm, like super warm. And so I made my bed real quick, climbed in bed, and it was immediately out. And I had a dream I was in a jacuzzi, and I just started peeing.
You pee in jacuzzis?
Sometimes.
Bro, I'm never getting in the hot tub with you again. Every time we go to his house, we get in the hot tub. I didn't know.
No. I don't pee in them.
I swallow that water sometimes.
Oh. No, but so I had a dream that I was in a jacuzzi, and for some reason that made me pee. And I woke up like mid-dream, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm peeing, but this feels so good." And so I just went back to bed.
And then because you peed in the sheets, you had to wash the sheets, dry them, next day rinse, repeat.
Yep. It was pretty funny. And then also, so one time, I was in a jacuzzi with my cousins, and they were making me laugh so hard I couldn't breathe, and so I was losing all bodily function, and I started peeing and throwing up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, in the jacuzzi.
Wow.
Like I couldn't breathe, and they would not stop. Like they would not stop with the joke. They'd keep making it, like they keep going, and so I started peeing and throwing up.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It was bad.
They almost killed you.
Yeah, it was awful.
Not an enjoyable time.
No, but It was funny. I was laughing.
I bet. What was the joke?
It was something about trees and something else, and it was something stupid. But we were just all like,
That sounds hilarious.
Yeah. that was a funny time.
Oh man, I have heard of that once before. I was listening to this story, and this guy there's like three friends walking. They almost killed their one friend because he was laughing so hard. He just like started throwing up, and then he passed out.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know if I've never heard of someone actually dying. Just getting close.
Yeah. Well, I think you pass out hopefully before.
Yeah.
But because like I couldn't breathe because I was just you're laughing, so you're not taking in air.
Yeah.
So I was just not breathing.
That's a good way to go though. If you have to go,
Man, I guess so. That did not feel good in the moment though, but
probably not.
yeah.
That's a strange mix of emotions right
Yep.
there. Never
So-
had that happen.
So I guess what would the answer be then? You just want to be pissed off rather than pissed on?
I guess, but I guess you have to think about the degree of how pissed off would you be from being pissed on versus the average pissed off you are.
That's true. Also, you got to take into context. Maybe you want to get pissed on.
That's what I'm saying. There's a small set of people that are interested in that.
Well, I was more so getting at maybe you got stung by a
Which you
jellyfish.
sounded like you got a lot of pleasure out of it.
Well, no, I was more so thinking like if you're at the beach, you get stung by a jellyfish. You want to kind of get someone a little bit of yellow nectar on that sting.
Yeah, that's true. I heard that. Does that even work, or is that just like a thing somebody came up with one time when they had to go?
I think it works.
I don't think I'd be able to pee on somebody if they were like, "Hey, I just got stung by a jellyfish. Quick, whip it out, unleash." I don't think I could do it.
Well,
I think I'd get stage fright.
We were talking about this before. You have trouble peeing in the lake.
Yeah. I'm not very good at peeing in places I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work out for me.
Not me. I can pee anywhere.
So if I got stung by a jellyfish, you would already have it out, right?
You wouldn't have to ask.
I'm like, oh man, that kind of hurt, and boom, I'm getting pissed on.
Yeah, I got your back. Would you rather never talk or never hear?
I would say never talk because I could write things down, sign language, things like that. But never hearing, that's like no music, dead silence for the rest of your life, and I already know what hearing is like. I feel like for some deaf people, they're like, oh no, I still have a great quality of life. I don't even know what it's like, so I don't feel like I'm missing out. Whereas I would be like, I'm missing out big time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think audio is one of the most important senses to me. I think that's camera one. I think the best monetary purchase I ever made was these speakers I have sitting on my desk. So audio is super important to me.
I would agree. I think I'd much rather be mute than deaf. Because you can still communicate, I'd say fairly well, being mute. But
Yeah.
being deaf would be tough. That'd be hard.
That'd be tough.
Yep.
And you gotta learn to, because other people would have to adapt to you versus the other way around. Because other people are gonna have to sign to you, or you're gonna have to get really good at reading lips. They're gonna have to be looking at you for you to hear them.
Yep.
You're gonna have subtitles on all your TVs or in on movies and stuff like that. Whereas you're mute, you figure it out. Other people don't have to adapt as much.
That'd be nice.
They might get a little confused in the drive-through window, but you could even put text-to-speech on your phone.
Yep.
So there you go.
No, you can do that. We'll save that.
Next question.
Yep.
All right, last question I have. Would you rather throw away your wallet with its contents without getting it back, or release your entire search history?
This is an interesting one.
Do you think you would get on an FBI watch list for anything that you searched?
No.
Okay.
Do you?
Yes.
What kind of stuff have you searched over there?
So to quote John Mulaney from his last sketch, this is a story I'm willing to tell you. A couple weeks ago, I was getting really into CS:GO. I was using ChatGPT to look stuff up because I figured maybe that search won't go straight to my ISP. It'll be kind of encoded, and that'll go straight to Elon Musk, and he's not going to do anything with it. Does he own ChatGPT? Probably not. I don't know who does.
I don't think he does.
Maybe he does. I don't know.
I don't think he does.
Who knows? I was looking up how to hack old Steam accounts. I was trying to look into it and see like what it takes. And at first, when you ask ChatGPT, it's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm a AI language model. I'm not allowed to divulge this information." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I got to reverse engineer this." I'm like, "How do I avoid getting hacked? And how are ways people could hack me?" And then it gave me a whole list. Then I decided, for what's it called when you do things for the good of man?
Hanukkah?
No. Humanitarian reasons. Ethics. Ethical reasons I decided not to. But I was thinking there's a lot of abandoned Steam accounts. Like people who haven't used them in 7 years. They're never going to return. What if I just logged on, transferred their skins to my wallet, and they're worth hundreds if not thousands of dollars. But they're never going to touch them again. What's the ethical dilemma with that? There's a little bit. They might return. Maybe they were saving it for later.
Right.
There's problems with it. There's holes in it. So that's why I decided not to do it. Plus the legal implications. I heard this guy scammed another guy out of a $700 knife, and he went to jail.
Oh.
And I was like, that's enough deterrent for me not to try this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably smart.
Yeah. I'll probably just go to work and not do that.
So that's one of the stories you were willing to divulge.
That was one that I was willing to divulge, yeah. So I think that I would probably, I got like $25 in my wallet, a couple of cards I can cancel in a minute, so renew my driver's license. I'm never going to get that Hollister gift card, but other than that, I'm fine with it. I'll throw away my wallet.
I'd probably do that too. Probably the wallet. I have a Pokemon card that I it's one of the ones if you
Holographic?
Thank you.
You keep it in your wallet?
Yeah. Just in case I need to, barter a little bit.
That's going to lower that. It's not going to be GM Mint.
Oh, it's not.
Okay. It's just far from GM Mint.
It's got a lot of wear and tear on it.
Is it like a stage 1 Charmander?
Not quite.
What's it called? Series 1? What's the oldest one called?
Like Generation 1? What is it?
Gen 1? Charizard? I don't know. There's a term for it. I'm butchering it. Anybody that's a fan of Pokemon cards is probably screaming at me right now and cringing, but that's fine.
And typing on
Yeah,
Instagram.
they're furious. But this is how we get engagement, right?
Yeah.
You got to farm some controversy.
What was the question again?
Would you rather divulge your search history or throw away your wallet?
Yeah, I think throw it in my wallet. Okay. One of my friends, his dad went to prison because they made a bomb.
Okay.
they made a bomb at home, and they own a. I'll try to keep them. Let's see. They own a agricultural business. So they have some fertilizer.
Yeah.
So they're like, we have all this extra fertilizer. Let's make a bomb.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
So they made a little at home bomb, and then they got like a couple 100 yards away, and they put on the little bomb a rock. They wanted to see how high they could launch this rock.
Okay.
So my friend's dad shot the bomb.
Good shot.
It get another call.
Yeah, another live caller.
The bomb went off. Shrapnel went through his daughter's hand.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so then they went to the hospital, and he went to like prison for a day or something, and then he got released. But,
wow.
Yeah.
Day in jail. Well, I mean, I feel like that's not even for building the bomb. That's probably just for causing harm.
I think that was it.
But it might have had something to do with the bomb. Because, like, I don't feel like you go to jail. Like, I've been fishing, and, like, was my brother. But even if it was my dad, I got a hook in my hand. And that was an accident. Just like the pipe bomb explosion, right? It was an accident. But there's no world where my dad hooks my hand while fishing and he goes to jail for that. That's not going to happen. But I guess if you make a bomb that's unnecessary danger,
yeah,
it's probably illegal to make a bomb. That might have been one or two of the stories that I didn't choose to divulge in a public medium.
Yeah. Anyway, I got one last question.
One last question?
One last question. Okay,
let's wrap this.
Let's do it quick.
Tapper.
Would you rather explore the deepest parts of the ocean or outer space?
Outer space for sure. Way bigger than the ocean. Screw the ocean.
I'd do the ocean.
Let's burn it. Let's put a pipe bomb down there for all I care.
I would do the ocean.
Why is that?
Because there'd be some really cool creatures in the deepest parts of the ocean that are unexplored.
Yeah.
Really cool creatures to see.
But what if there's really cool creatures in outer space we don't even know about yet?
That would be cool. But I think, have you heard the statistic that I don't know how they measure this, but we have uncovered more of, we know more about space than we do about the ocean.
I don't think
like
that's
caves and ocean.
I don't think that's the statistic.
We've explored more. We explored or we know more about space than we do caves in the ocean.
It depends what your definition is, though, of like space. Like, yeah, we can see. We have telescopes far enough to see the end of the visible universe, but I don't think that's a good definition of exploring it. We haven't even looked at every star, and we never could.
I don't know the statistic.
Okay. I've heard a similar one. Basically, it's very undiscovered.
Yeah.
Is the bottom line. Yeah, there's a lot to see, but I think there's a whole lot more to see in space. Possibly infinite amount.
Yeah, I bet there is in space too. I mean, I'd wager on that.
I can't win you over on the space argument.
No, because I think it'd be so cool to see all the deep sea creatures. But that'd be so cool.
An infinite amount of planets that probably also have oceans that have a crazy amount of creatures, and you're not interested in any of that. You're just interested in our planet, our ocean, in the deep part.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just think it'd be really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
You won.
Thank you.
You got one more? Is that it?
Oh, that's it for me.
Okay. My goodness, that was a fun episode. I like the popcorn questions.
I do too.
Comment down below. What are you thinking?
Would you rather?
Would you rather listen to another episode or never listen again?
Which one?
Welcome to Bright Side, everybody. This is Bright Side of the podcast where we talk about the bright sides of our weeks. Connor, on this April 30th, 2023, what is your bright side?
Oh, okay. So we've done this is the third podcast of the podcast-a-thon, which is our sweet spot.
Yeah, I think 3 is a good number.
I think so too. That's been good. Having some podcasts in person is nice. It's always nice.
Reach out, get in there.
The bright side since the last time, we talked about Beat Saber. That was fun. I talked about that last time. Yesterday was a nice chill day.
Yeah.
No. I liked yesterday. We played chess a couple times. I lost a couple times.
That was fun.
Lost that. Was it the knight?
He kept blundering his bishop. Back-to-back games.
Yeah, back-to-back. And I knew it too. Like I know, because I calculate all these moves and I know, okay, I need to come back to this bishop and move him, but I want to like plan ahead too. So I look at other possible moves and I say, ooh, I kind of like this move a lot, and I forget about the bishop, and then he kind of have a little smirk on his face, and he'd take the bishop, and yeah, that would kind of put a little winch in my plans. But yeah, so chess was good. What did we do last night after the podcast?
We watched that John Mulaney stand-up.
Oh, that was fun
Had
too.
a nice dinner.
Yeah.
And played some more chess.
Yeah, that was good. We watched a stand-up comedian, and he was funny.
Yeah, talked a lot about his drug addiction. Makes me kind of want to dabble into drugs. I've been talking about this a lot lately about how I want to get more into drugs. So we'll see.
Yeah, that was good. Watching that, just chilling, and then I slept really good. I was telling Prestonian this morning, my average sleep is I usually sleep about 6 hours a night. And I get about half of that is like restorative sleep. So like deep in REM sleep. Last night I slept probably about 7 hours, and I had 4 hours and 45 minutes of restorative sleep. So it slept really good. I didn't feel like it this morning. I kind of felt like I got hit by a train for some reason, but I slept really good though. Like I had that deep restorative sleep. Nice. And yeah, so that was good.
Maybe what you can do is start sleeping here and then commuting to work. So it'd be about 2.5 hour commute, but you get an extra hour of restorative sleep every day. But
then I'd have to wake up 2.5 hours early, so that may net.
Well, then you go to bed 2.5 hours earlier.
Yeah, that could work. But then I have to pay your rent.
Yeah.
And you've been charging me a hard bargain this weekend, so this is non-inclusive.
It's not inclusive. All right, well.
Your turn.
My turn.
Yep.
Right, bright side. Shoot, I did the thing where I was listening to you, and then I didn't come up with anything.
It happens.
This weekend's been cool. Connor made the effort, drove up here, got some podcasts in person, which is always fun. Setting up the studio, got the lights right this time, which is exciting.
Yes,
I'm a big light guy.
Yeah,
visual, audio, AV. I never joined the AV club, but I just realized it's probably would have been up my alley.
What is AV?
Audio, video.
Oh,
would have been something. But I think basically they run the school's like morning news, which is kind of lame. That's not what bad boys do.
Oh,
so I wasn't interested. Yeah, so this weekend's been great. A lot of good food, good laughs, right? Good times. We discovered that I'm very jumpy in the morning, so that was a good revelation. Whenever somebody touches me in the morning, I do a little boom, one of those numbers.
Yeah, he's very jumpy.
Yeah. So that was fun to learn about myself a little bit.
You make good eggs.
Thank you.
Yeah, he makes eggs and he puts some jalapenos in there.
Jalapenos, peppers, heavy whipping cream. That's a secret. So don't tell your friends about that one. Cheese
and Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah. And a breakfast taco, which you got to fry up with a little bit of oil. I learned that one from the gardener.
It's not bad.
She's excellent with that kind of stuff.
Not too shabby.
Yeah. Well, let's get out of here. This is a long running podcast. Would you rather get out of here, or would you rather record another one?
Get out of here.
Okay.
Blow dodge.
Touche. Peace.
See you.
Oh, this episode comes out Wednesday, just like they come out every Wednesday.
Peace.
Deuces.